Hello, my friends. I'm Rick, and this is your seat at the table. Welcome to the end of October. This is the last weekend, the last Sunday of October, and obviously, I'm doing probably a number of damn videos already today. And it is a gloomy, crappy day outside. It's been drizzly and rainy and cold, and at least the wind's not blowing like it was yesterday. So, like I said, it's a rare weekend for me. I don't get too many 3-day weekends off, and yeah, listen to me, bitch, because I'm sorry, guys. You're all my captive entertainment, audience. But you know what? You're also my only outlet. I can't talk to her because we're not on the same wavelength when it comes to a lot of real things of the world. I'm just being honest, and my job keeps me out in the field a lot and a lot of strange hours. But it's the last 5 weeks for sure. The last 5 weeks, I have worked every week, every day for 5 weeks. And I've made this observation numerous times in the past, and I imagine I'll keep making them until I'm too old to work. But when you work overnight, so if you start for example, you start at 8 p.m. on a Friday night and you work till 6 a.m. on a Saturday. You get off, you go home, you go to bed, you get up. You're lucky you're getting up by noon-ish, and you're still tired and groggy the whole damn day. That does not constitute a day off. That is not a day off. I've had to explain that to my employer a couple times because they just don't seem to understand that if you have to work at any time you're working in the 24-hour window, that means that one day is no longer a complete day off. You're being cheated. And so, in this case, that jobs were there that were busy and needed to get them done, and I needed the freaking overtime. I can never get enough overtime, even when I really don't want it. So I'd work Friday night around 7, 8 o'clock at night until whenever I got done Saturday morning, and then I'd go back out Sunday evening around 7 or 8 o'clock and repeat. So I would have half of Saturday off and half of Monday off, which doesn't really qualify as a day off by my standard anyhow. So it is what it is. And it was so like I said, so I had the schedule just kind of played out. So we're coming into a famine month. Things are slowed. Most of November is slow compared to the last couple months, and then it'll speed up again for the December and January. So my truck's supposed to go to the shop soon. I've said that before. Transmission's going bad. It's a manual transmission. The truck's got 300,000 miles on it. We don't know if it's the original or what. The clutch plates are only good for about 150, 200,000 miles on a commercial truck. That's what the manufacturer says for international. And the manual gears and transmissions, well, they can go a lot longer. The downside is not that, once again, what do you guys care, right? The downside is my truck, fully loaded, weighs about 38,000 pounds. That's not huge in relation to a semi, but that's respectable. That's no small amount of weight. And the truck itself is only rated to carry 33. So we are carrying a tank on this truck that's bigger than what the truck should be able to handle. And it's a single axle rear end, which causes other issues. It's not road legal. We've been in trouble with the DOT before because you need a second axle to distribute that weight a little better. The downside for the truck is the drivetrain is trying to muscle a whole lot more extra weight up and down hills. And there's where the thing gets to become a problem. And with a full load, you're going up a hill, you can end up in second gear before you get halfway up the hill because you're just trying to get up the damn hill. The truck will start to lug and stuff, and no matter how I toy with it, I can't keep it from doing it. You just keep shifting down, and then eventually you're in first gear and you can't shift down any lower. I mean, it's that bad if it's a significantly steep enough slope, and I get hung up 3/4 the way. That's the ones I try to avoid those streets. I've got some where you go up and there's a stoplight about midway up a really, really long ass steep hill. That's hard on trucks, especially on manual transmissions. The guys up there trying to keep that truck from rolling back and killing you. You don't think about that. Nobody wants to, why would we think about it? It's a given. So you're into other complicated and crappy things that just about, didn't make my day. So let me see if I can get this thing to transition back. like I said, there's some quirks that's developed over the past month on my laptop, and I don't like it. Part of it is that it used to be very smoothly able to transition between scenes with this program, and I'm almost to the point where I think maybe I need to completely delete the program and then reload it from their website, but I'm leery about doing that because I don't know if I'll screw it up and make it worse. This is the downside of not being a techno guy. You know, I have a lot of expertise and a lot of smarts in a lot of areas. This is not my thing. So anyhow, this is a PDF of Jihad's Hot Spots 3076. And as I've said in the past, I have been working to try to understand the Dark Age and Jihad era better because I stepped away just as it was starting. And I got disillusioned with how the FedCom Civil War kind of turned into this, I don't know, weird, crappy ending. And that's in part because FAST dissolved and got, taken over by other people. And there was a lot of confusion. So I stepped away and missed this entire era of BattleTech, so I've been trying to catch up. My biggest gripe about this has not changed. This last two books I have read, based on the Jihad series, is the same damn problem. They are freaking all over the place. They're hard to follow the information that's in here. Oh, there's lots of information. Yeah, I get some better understanding of how a couple of the mercenary units got their butts handed to them and may have been what caused them to dissolve or run away and become bandits. A little better understanding of just how much damage the Lyran Alliance, eventually rechristened Lyran Commonwealth, took, and I'm still, there's still a whole lot of unanswered questions, and I think there's a lot of questions that are just never going to be answered because from what I understand, that was part of the quote flavor of the Jihad era, was to have a whole lot of misinformation and or missing information and be just fine with it. So once again, I had to read this. I was basically grinding my way through it. Page after page, and then I get frustrated and I go back and I try to figure out where the hell I got what it wasn't making sense, and then I don't know, I just it's a book. It's a book. There's a lot of good stuff in there. I'm not going to knock it. There's the appendix in the back with some additional potential rule options or rule changes and other information. Always nice to see that stuff. That stuff made more sense because it's in the normal format. So I guess I got spoiled, used to a certain style and format for BattleTech, and so when I run into this particular series, it's just harder. It's just really hard to want to dig into it and just keep following it because I don't know where the hell I'm at half the time, and I have to keep going back to remind myself where I was. I mean, yeah. Anyway, short and sweet. Till next time, let's see if I can get to see the transition. See? Push the button and nothing's showing. Why is nothing showing? That don't make no sense. See? Yeah, I don't get it. So something's going on here. I don't like it. What's that? Let's get rid of. Okay, let's get rid of that one too. And we'll get rid of that one too. That just leaves that one. I don't know.